Hello students, welcome you all. So in the continuation of the previous lecture, we are going to start the fertilization. Up to here, what we have covered, it is in secondary oocyte. In the secondary oocyte, only one sperm will enter inside this secondary oocyte. Fine. So where it will enter, it will lies these membranes and it will enter inside the secondary oocyte. Where it will enter inside the secondary oocyte, what will happen? It will send its structure inside this secondary oocyte, and as we have said that there will be completion of meiosis 2. There will be completion of meiosis 2 because in that part it was arrested in the metaphase stage. So this metaphase stage will complete where? Into this structure. As the sperm will enter inside, there will be formation of an ovum as well as there will be formation of one polar body. Again this polar body gets generated and there will be only a haploid ovum, and we know that sperm is haploid and ovum again it will be haploid. When it will fuse, what it will form? It will form diploid. What it will form? Diploid, and diploid is what? Zygote. This formation is known as zygote, which is diploid in nature as well as it is one celled. We can say zygote is diploid as well as one cell structure. Now what is required? We know that we human beings are multicellular. So it is required that this zygote should transform into the multicellular state. So how it will happen? We will see it in the further. Now if you will wind up this fertilization, what we are saying that fertilization is fusion of male and female gamete. Where it will start? When there will be copulation or the coitus between the male and female body. During this coitus, what happens? Around 200 to 300 million sperms enter inside the female genital tract, and out of them only we can say 100 to 150 will move up to the ovum, and here also only one sperm will enter inside this secondary oocyte. It is very, very important. Now another thing about fertilization is that there must be a synchronization of both the things. What are both the things? The release of an secondary oocyte as well as entry of a sperm. If there will be no synchronization, what will be the case? If sperm is inside the vagina, female tract, and ovum has not released, so what will happen? There will be no fertilization. If ovum is here, it reached up to here, this ampulla region, and there will be no sperm, what will happen? Again the fertilization will get fail. So it is the first criteria that there must be a releasing of two types of gametes at a time. Then only there will be a proper fertilization. That's why in your NCERT it is mentioned that every fertilization does not lead to a pregnancy or an implantation. There must be a proper synchronization. Fine. Now another thing about that, now both of these things have reached here. What will happen? Fusion. Due to this fusion, there will be formation of zygote, which is unicellular. Now it is required that it should reach where? Into the uterus. We know that there must be after fertilization, another event what we have studied, implantation. So next event will be the implantation. We have done this thing in the first lecture only. So what is implantation? Planting of something. But here we are talking about the implantation of what? This zygote after several division, because it's a unicellular. It will form what? Multicellular. Clear? When there will be fusion, now what happens? There will be one cell. Now how it is happening here? We know that any division takes place by two methods. What are they? Plasmogamy and karyogamy. Plasmogamy is what? Fusion of plasma of two gametes, and karyogamy is fusion of nucleus. So as the sperm will enter here, what will happen? First of all, the plasma of both will fuse here. They will mix to each other. After that, there will be mixing of what? Mixing of nucleus. Due to this mixing of nucleus, it will form one nucleus, or we can say unicellular. Fine. So what is happening? First, plasma is mixing, then there will be mixing of what? Nucleus. After, we know that inside the nucleus what is present? Genetic material. In this genetic material, what is there? Chromosomes are present there. So these chromosomes are also mixed here, and this mixing of chromosome is known as what? Amphimixis. What it is? Amphimixis. So what is amphimixis? The mixing of chromosome due to the fusion of this nucleus. Fine. So what is this plasmogamy and karyogamy? Now we will understand that what will happen inside this one as the karyogamy takes place. So here it is happening. Here only there will be another step which is known as sex determination. We have also studied in 10th grade what happens due to the mixing of this nucleus or mixing of this chromosome. We know that we are having a definite pattern of the chromosome in the male as well as female, because there is a fusion of both male gamete as well as female gamete. So this male gamete contains what? It contains what type of chromosome pattern? XY. Clear? And in this female, what type of chromosome pattern is there? XX. So due to this, what happened? There will be a mixing of chromosome. Due to this, there will be a formation of chromosome, and when this chromosome will fuse with each other, there may be two possibilities. We know that female having X and X, there is no any other chromosome, but in case of male, they are having two types of structure. There are two types of chromosome. What are they? X and Y. Now what will happen? Maybe this X will fuse with this X part. Okay, there will be chances this X can fuse with this X part, or this Y can this part, and this Y can this part. So like this, what happens? There will be a 50-50% chances of mixing of this X and Y with the X, because in the female they are having only one type of chromosome, that is X type of chromosome. And in every condition it give only X chromosome here. When this X chromosome will mix with the X, what it will form? It will form female fetus. It will form female fetus. When this X will fuse with the Y one, so it will form the male fetus. So after the fertilization, what will happen? There will be determination of sex, and we know that in every human beings, how many pairs of chromosome are there? 23 pairs of chromosome. In all humans, how many chromosomes are there? How many pairs of chromosome? 23 pairs of chromosome. Out of 23, both in 23 pairs, here also 23 pairs are also in the female part. So out of this 23, 22 are same both in male as well as in female. The only difference of only one chromosome, which is known as sex chromosome. So the sex chromosome which is present in the male, it is XY, and the one different sex chromosome which is present in the female, it is XX type. So due to this, what will happen? There will be formation of female fetus or maybe the male fetus. Chances are 50-50%. Fine, up to here. Now, due to this, we got the determination also. After that, there must be a proper growth of this zygote. Up to here, it is what? Zygote. What's the difference between zygote and embryo? Zygote is a unicellular structure and embryo is a multicellular structure. Fine. So this zygote will mature here because it has to fix where? It has to implant in this uterus, because when it will come here, then only there will be a growth of the this embryo. Now sometimes it happens that there will be some medical problem, because this zygote will divide and divide and divide. It will fix or it will implant here in this fallopian tube. So now what will happen? They are not able to come up to the uterus, and that embryo will implant into the fallopian tube. This is known as what? Ectopic pregnancy. What it is not? Ectopic pregnancy. What is the meaning of ectopic pregnancy? That the embryo will form into this fallopian tube. Due to this, what happened? It will be harmful for the mother as well as for the baby. So it is required that this type of pregnancy should be terminated. Okay, in the later chapter we will understand about this termination. So what type of termination of pregnancy? Medically terminated pregnancy is there. So they cannot continue any more. So It's for your information, what is ectopic pregnancy. So that's why it is important that this structure, this growth structure should be come up to in this uterus. Otherwise, it will be difficult to continue this pregnancy. Now, this zygote will again divide. How it will divide? It will divide with the help of mitotic division. But this mitotic division is very fast. Because if we'll compare with this mitosis with the cell division of mitosis, what happens? The mitosis which is taking place in the cell division, it will be of somehow longer phase. But here what is required? This phase should be very short. That's why this mitotic division is known as cleavage. What you will call? Cleavage. Cleavage is nothing, it's type of mitotic division which takes place very fast. Fine. Another thing about the cleavage or the difference between the cleavage and mitosis. First difference we have discussed that it is fast and mitosis is what? It is somehow slow. Second thing, in case of cleavage, there will be no increase of the individual which is forming. There will no increase in size. But here in this mitosis, what happens? The size get increased, but here the size will remain same. So this is the difference between the cleavage and the mitosis. Now in the another step, what will happen? This nucleus will divide. What will happen? This nucleus will divide, and what it will form? It will form two nuclei. For example, I am drawing here. This is zygote, which is unicellular. Now what will happen? When it will divide, it will form what? It will form two cells. Clear? After that, it will form what? It will form here. It is forming two cell stage. Here it is forming 4 cell. Like this, so on. Here 2 cell stage, then 4 cell stage. Then what will happen? Again double 8 cell stage. 8 cell stage. 4 and 4. Like this, again there will be 16 cell stage, then 32 cell stage. So all this division takes place. So how we have given different names to these cells. When it is forming this cell inside this part, what you will call? These are blastomeres. The newly formed cells inside it, it is known as blastomeres. Clear? Here 2 blastomeres are there. Here 4 blastomeres are there. Here 8 blastomere. Like this, there are 16 blastomere. Okay. When it will form 16 cell structure, like this, up to here 2, 4, 8, then 16 cell structure. So what you will say? The name will get changed here. What you will say? Morula stage. So we can wind up it here like this. That 2 cell stage, then 4, then 8. When it will form 8 to 16 cell stage, what you will say? It is a morula stage. Fine. After this morula stage, what you will say? Morula stage, what will happen? Again there will be formation of structure. This structure is known as what? Somehow blastocyst. Here I am rubbing it. From 2 to 4 to 8, now 16 to 32, again there will be formation of what? Some more cell structure like this. This structure is what? Blastocyst. This structure is known as blastocyst. In mammalians we are saying blastocyst. In other we are also saying as a blastular structure. Clear? This blastular structure is what? All the cells will move towards the one end and it will form one cavity-like structure. There will be formation of one cavity which is known as blastocele. Cele is related to what? Some cavity-like structure. So it will form what? It will form blastocele. After this one, after this stage, what will happen? Again there will be some changes. Due to this changes, what will happen? See, all these 2 cell, I am drawing here, 2 cell stage, then 4 cell stage. All this is happening in this fallopian tube. And when it will form blastula or blastocyst, so what will happen? They will implant where? Into this uterus. So another thing is, what is implantation? Implantation is nothing. Implantation is that attachment of this blastocyst structure into the uterine wall of the this endometrium wall. here you can understand, you can relate the menstrual cycle. Now you will understand that why this menstrual cycle is very, very important. Because we know that on the 14th day, there will be ovulation, and after 14th day, after 14 to 28 days, what we have said, this phase, third phase, secretory phase. In this phase, what happens? There will be more and more thickening of endometrium lining. This endometrial lining is important for what? For the nourishment or for maintaining the pregnancy. As the blastocyst will attach into this endometrium wall, it shows that now pregnancy is confirmed here. Yeah, so now pregnancy is confirmed, and due to this, what will happen? There will be increase of progesterone hormone, which will give thickening to this endometrium wall. Due to this progesterone, what happens? There will be more thickening of endometrium wall, and there will be proper nourishment, and properly this blastocyst structure will attach into this endometrium wall. Now here what will happen? Again it will change into some another structure which is known as gastrula. What is the meaning of gastrula? There will be some differentiation of layers. Here in this blastocyst, if you see the structure of blastocyst, it will covered by one more structure. It is known as trophoblast. What do you say? Trophoblast. And the inside this structure, the cells which is present at the one end, these are known as inner mass cell. In short, you can say IMC, inner mass cell. Now, what is the function of this trophoblast? What is the function of this inner mass cell? Again, this trophoblast will form what? It will form some extra embryonic layer. What will form? It will form extra embryonic layer. And what is the function of this inner mass cell? These inner mass cell again divide. Due to this division, what happens? There will be formation of another stage. If you see the IMC can have the stem cell. What are they? What is the meaning of stem cells? Stem cells are those cells which have the potential to develop a new tissue or develop a new organ from this part. So this is very important. This inner mass cell is also known as what? Stem cells. Why? Because they have potential to develop a new tissue from this inner mass cell. So outer part is trophoblast and inner part is IMC. Now in the later stages you will come to know that what is the importance of this trophoblast, because this trophoblast will form some amnion or some villi-like structure which will help this embryo inside to remain inside this uterus. Fine. After this structure, after this blastocyst, what will happen? There will be formation of another structure which is known as gastrula. In gastrula, what is gastrula? Now in this gastrula structure, there will be some differentiation of organs, because we know that in our multicellular we are having triploblastic. This is the feature of triploblastic. What is triploblastic? Having three germinal layer. What are three germinal layer? Ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. What are three layers? Ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. And from this ecto, meso and endo, the different organs will form in this growing fetus. Fine. So, for example, if you have seen that heart originated from which layer? Mesoderm. Endoderm, we are linings or the gut which is present, it is of the endoderm. And ectoderm, the outer layer or outer skin is of ectoderm. So, we will complete or will cover all these things in the further lectures. Now, for this video, that much we have covered, that what are the different stages or the post-fertilization events which will take place in the fallopian tube, and after formation of this blastocyst, it will attach into this uterine wall, and after attaching in this uterine wall, what are the changes, what are the hormones secreted by these structure, we will discuss in the later videos. Fine. So that much for this video. Thank you.